Hi there. Today we'll be taking you through a comparative analysis journey discovering the Hungry Planet families, agricultural production, economy overview, and more. This project was prepared by myself, Muhammad, Ahmed, Hmouda, Faras, and Hassan. So, shall we? The two countries we'll be discussing in different fields are Cuba and Poland. But before we get into the heavy stuff, let's give you a brief introduction about each country. Let's start off with Poland. So where's Poland located? Poland is a republic, an Eastern European country located by the Baltic Sea and is bordered by Ukraine and Germany. The country is known for its medieval architecture and Jewish heritage. Warsaw, the capital, has shopping and nightlife, plus the Warsaw Uprising Museum honoring the city's World War II era resistance to German occupation. The country is inhabited by a population of 37.9 million people. The country's currency is the Polish zloty. So here are some interesting facts about Poland. Poland is known for its beautiful women, its food, its football players, and of course the globalization and cosmopolitan that dominate it. Polish people speak English regularly, with over 90% of the total population completing at least secondary education. So it would be no strange sight that you'd hear people communicate in English at every corner if need be. Now that's that. Let's move on to Cuba. Cuba is an island nation of the Caribbean. It's bordered by the Caribbean Sea on all sides and is close to Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and the Cayman Islands. It has sugar-white beaches and is filled with tobacco fields, which play a part in the production of the country's legendary cigars. The capital, Havana, is lined with pastel-colored houses, 1950s-era cars, and Spanish colonial architecture in the 16th century core, Old Havana. The country's population is 11.4 million and their currency is the Cuban peso. So, what's Cuba known for? Cuba is known for its legendary cigars, as I just mentioned. Tobacco has been grown in Cuba for hundreds of years and manufacturers have been producing cigars there since the 16th century, since the time of King Philip II of Spain, when Cuba was a Spanish colony. Another surprising fact is actually the education system. The literacy rate in Cuba is a staggering 99.8% of the population. School is mandatory for ages 6 to 15 and the country's biggest and best known university is the University of Havana, which dates back to 1728. The inclusive healthcare system is also enviable, and it covers almost every single procedure under it. Needless to say, Cuba's music and celebratory culture is also world famous, with salsa music and dance dominating every club and every corner. If you visit Cuba, you might also be surprised by seeing two currencies in pricing. This is because the country uses its Cuban peso, its own national currency, and the other convertible peso, which is pegged against the US dollar and retains its value. So now that we've done with a brief introduction about both countries, let's take you through a comparative analysis of the economy. Overall, Poland's GDP is $477 billion, while Cuba's 87.1. This is because of the economy operational size difference. Poland's income level is high at approximately $12,578, while Cuba's is upper middle at $7,593. Both countries have a life expectancy of 78 years, and the percent of arable land in Poland is 35.7%, which is the land that's where people can grow crops. Meanwhile, Cuba's is 29.7%. Now let's look at the geography and the resources of both countries. Here you can see some general statistics about the country size and comparison in terms of worldwide country size and the land and water portions. So Poland's main natural resources are coal, sulfur, copper, natural gas, silver, lead, salt, and amber. Meanwhile, Cuba's top 10 natural resources are cobalt, nickel, iron ore, chromium, copper, salt, timber, silica, and petroleum. Now we'll move on and talk about the agricultural land of both countries. So Poland's total agricultural land is 48.2%, while Cuba's is 60.3%. For the arable land, Poland comes in at 36.2%, while Cuba comes in at 33.8%. For the permanent crops, Poland comes in at 1.3%, while Cuba comes in at 3.6%. And finally, the permanent pasture, or the food for the different animals, comes in at 10.7% for Poland and 22.9% for Cuba. And now we'll talk about the Hungry Planet families for both countries. On the left, you can see the Sobzinski family of Poland, and on the right, you can see the Costa family of Cuba. Here on both sides, you can see different statistics for the food expenditure per capita per year for both families, individually or per capita, and for the total family, and their total food expenditure out of their total income. Next, we'll move to the agricultural production, where we'll discuss different agricultural commodities that both countries produce. So Poland's top 10 agricultural commodities include apples, rye, rapeseed, which is an oil-rich seed, potatoes, oats, sugar beet, an alternative to sugar cane, cow milk, raspberries, mixed grains, maize or corn. Then there's the agricultural commodities for Cuba, which are sugarcane, vegetables in general, tomatoes, rice, cow milk, cassava, starchy root vegetable like potatoes, plantains or cooking bananas, pumpkins, squash and gourds, mangoes, mangosteens and guavas, and finally maize or corn. We've also supplied the references we used for information in this video. So that was all. Thank you for watching, and for a more extensive analysis we've provided the presentation link for the longer version of this video down in the description box below. Thank you for watching.